Hey guys, this is Rukina from EnglishWise Sydney CBD branch. Today I'm here with a very very special student of ours. He is Bibek from Nepal, and he has recently achieved his desired score of 7H in PT. Today with Bibek, he has a very important information to give to all the PT aspirants out there, which I hope it's gonna help you a big time. So firstly, let's hear from Bibek, and let's congratulate him firstly for achieving your desired score.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Actually, Bibek was here for a very short period of time, right? It was just a week's time of preparation for PT for 7H. So how was your overall experience with us?
My overall experience with EnglishWise has been really good and very fruitful. Yeah, I had like a week time to give my PT because I had so much work pending. So I had to give it, and that was my one shot. So coming with my preparation and studying with EnglishWise, it was a really helpful, and really, you know, what a kind of environment that student, or like let's say a person, would come and want to learn, because all of the lab sessions, the strategy sessions and everything, even the second lab session we had was really informative, and everything went in a flow, and everything was really in a sequence of pattern that follows the exam, exactly how the exam would go, and that was really helpful. And yeah, overall experience on EnglishWise was really helpful, and really great experience overall. So I would like to thank each and everyone who helped me in this process.
Bibek. Bibek, so as this was his first attempt for PT, what was like your experience on the day of the exam, when you entered the exam room, and while you were attempting the test, what sort of feelings did you have, and how did you overcome them?
Okay, so while I was going for my exam, there were a lot of things that was in my mind, because you've heard like a lot of things from many other people that that would like this and that and sort of stuff. So when I entered in that hall, I was really nervous, to be honest, because it was my first time, and it was a really nerve-wracking experience. Because I didn't know what it's gonna be in the exam hall, because I've heard like there would be like a lot of students and a lot of noise would affect your, you know, like you may be distracted from here and there and stuff like that. So yeah, I was nervous, but what I want to tell to everyone who's going for like exam or like preparing for exam is you have to be really confident and calm with in yourself, and you have to be very confident on your preparation first. Whatever you prepare and whatever you follow, like whatever you practice here and whatever you practice at your home or all over your practice session, you have to be really confident, and you have to follow that. Sometimes what happens is, like, when you go out there in an exam hall, you are very intimidated by like the kind of environment and all the people, and like even the like staffs there, like you know, because they like tell you a lot of things that like it's not going to be easy and stuff like that.
Really?
You have to be really and the only thing you have to do is focus on yourself and your preparation, and the more you focus on yourself and your preparation and give it a go, that I think that would be a really great mantra to be successful. Because if you're distracted by any chance, that means you haven't prepared a lot, or let's say you haven't managed your time properly, or you lack something in it. Because when I was giving my exam, I specifically remember in my speaking session, there was the other student who was speaking very loudly, and it was kind of distracted, to be honest. I was really distracted for a minute, but I was calming myself down, and as I was going through the monitor, I was like calming my down self, and I was like focus, and I continued that, and it went pretty well, to be honest.
Right, this is actually very good information that he has shared, that when you enter the exam room, especially if you have just 1 week of time and you have to get this exam done by hook or by crook, right? You want to just get this done in your first go. When you enter the exam, you never know, there might be any sort of people, any kinds of people, and all of the exams, they start at the same time, especially the PT speaking. Your first read aloud comes, and maybe you start getting distracted, everything goes down the road, right? So it's very important that if you need the score, you gotta be focused, you be concentrated on your exam, not on how the others are speaking or what the others are doing, right? So in order to, you know, get such kinds of, to be adapted to such kinds of environment, did coming to the lab practices where there are other students practicing as well, did such kind of environment and the noises, did they help you to cope up with the real exam scenario now?
Yeah, I think it did, like, because whenever we had like a lab like sessions and one-to-one sessions on like practice sessions, questions. I remember like there were a lot of students, and there was not even like a like a gap. And I think that helped a lot, because when you were trying to focus on yourself while practicing, I think that was what I applied in the exam room as well, because it was easier, because I knew that even if there's somebody like besides me like practicing, I need to focus on my thing and my like exam.
Exactly.
So yeah, that was one of the most important thing to learn from the practice session and the lab session.
That's very good. Instead of getting yourself panicking that I don't have less time, I don't know what to do, I cannot concentrate, I want to be just in a quiet environment. It's better that you learn to focus when there are other people around, right? And since this was Bibek's first time exam, he was telling to me that there was one skill that he would have hoped that he would have got to experience more, right? He gave the mock test with us just once. So he got the feedback simply just once, right? So what was that one thing in the mock test that you learned, and you nearly just slipped away in the test, but eventually just having an experience from the mock test, was it helpful for you or not?
Yes, definitely. Mock test is very like helpful, and I would suggest everyone who's like practicing, or like even in their homes, or like even in EnglishWise or any other institute, to give mock test like pretty much like maybe a couple of times, like 4 or 5 times.
How many times did you give?
I just gave once. Because I was not sure like should I give my mock test or not, but it was really helpful, because when you give your mock test, it like follows a pattern, like and as I said before, like it follows a pattern exactly what the like exam's gonna
real
be.
Exam,
It's like you do your like listening or speaking or whatever. Like, it comes in a pattern. Also, I think I could have if I would have given like more mock tests, I would have like learned to like enhance my time management skills, because that's what is very important. I got to learn after my like exam was done that I was very I wouldn't say like unsuccessful, but I was very little bit like behind time. That was one of the most important skill that was I was learning from.
So where exactly does this time management skill come into play?
Especially I think like each and every section is very important, but especially on reading and I think on listening. Because when the questions come, like you have to you have to analyze, and you have to like manage the time. Like you have to be well prepared that I'm gonna give my like this time to this section, this particular question. That's what I was lacking, because I think I was not sure like how much time to give for each questions on reading, especially because there were lots of important questions which are coming afterwards, like reorder paragraph, fill in the blanks, drag and drop, and I think I spent a little bit more time on multiple choice questions. And I was panicking at the end, because there was not like much time left, and I had to do what I had to do. I had to finish all the question in a rush. That's why I think that's one of the major things
you could have performed better there, right? So now, say this could happen to anyone, right? Like you're in the exam, you're paying around $375 to $400 there, and you don't have much time remaining. And in the exam, especially in the timed questions, time module like reading. So, like you said, if you spend a lot of time on unnecessary questions, and you still have some important questions to cover, right? And one just might be too much panicked there. So, how did you, control yourself? How did you handle yourself in not getting in a flustered way, not panicking?
I think that's what I said before, like preparation is must, and also the strategies, all the strategies that we learn from here, I think you have to apply that, because that's the only thing. Like a lot of times students, as I said, like they are like carried away by the environment, and they see other students like speaking in other ways, and they completely shift their practice, and they try to imitate what others are doing. So I think you have to stick to your plan. Whatever you prepare here, or whatever you prepare at home, like be focused, and do not like distracted by any other stuff there. Just go out there and do whatever you have practiced here in like any other place, and we'll be all right.
Be focused.
Yeah, be focused.
Basically, be focused, right? I think today Bibek has given us a lot of important tips, right? Time management skills is very important. You need to be focused on what your study plan is, what is important for you, and what works best for you. Not try to be carried away by how others are practicing their speaking. Maybe they belong to different nationalities. Maybe they have a different accent. But yet, if you are focused on your practices, you can get this done. And even though it's your first time exam, even though you have had lesser experience of your mock test, you can still get this done. You just gotta be concentrated on what you want, right? And follow everything the trainers say sequentially, apply all the strategies, and everything is done, right? Any last tips from you, Bibek?
Yeah, as I've already said, like I would like to summarize everything.
Sure.
So I think one of the most important thing is to practice. Practice more, like giving mock tests as much as possible. That's one. And another thing is how to manage time, like each section, reading, speaking, listening, and writing. Smartly. You have to perform smartly, and you have to be very analytical on these sections. That I'm going to spend this much time on this, and follow the sequence. And not getting distracted by any other things. Just focus on what you have prepared, the strategies, the lab sessions, and whatever your tutors had have taught you in the classes and stuff like that.
Right. I think like anyone who has such an inspirational attitude, just like Bibek, would just crack the PT. You don't need a month's time, or you don't need a 2 months time. 1 week dedication, 1 week focus, 1 week following all the strategies the trainers tell you, follow your study plan. I think anyone would get PT done, right? You just need to be calm yourself and work on it smartly. Thank you so much, Bibek. I think I hope our students, future or current students, they have learned a lot, and that would definitely be helpful for their exams as well. Thank you so much, and we're very proud of you, Bibek.
No, thank you so much. Thank you guys. Thank you especially EnglishWise that had helped me a lot to get this score, my desired score for my studies. So I would like to thank EnglishWise and every other tutor who has assisted me in my practice sessions, strategy, and all this process. It was really amazing, and I would like to thank everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.